Hey friends, welcome. Thank you for being here with me. I am Sara-Jane Gage and I am CEO of Engage Fitness. I am a Kripalu yoga instructor and functional fitness trainer, and I am here with you for a quick 15-minute HIIT workout. Thanks for hanging out. So for this class, you don't need any equipment, nothing fancy. You simply need to show up, work really hard during the 40-second intervals of high intensity, and then we'll recover during about 20 seconds and jump right back in. Our goal here is to get a full body workout and to get our heart rate up as quick and fast as we can on those high intensity intervals, and then bring it back down as fast as we can as well. So, you ready? Come on up to your feet. Let's find our Pike Kick to get started. And your Pike Kick, the difference between just kicking the foot out there and a Pike Kick is that your legs are really active. You're kicking through a flexed foot, so the toes are even peeling up towards your face a little bit. And then you're pulling from the abdominals to rise that active leg up there. So rather than momentum, because we can all kind of do this real easily and probably do it all day long, right? You want it to be controlled through the abdominals. And if you want to break it down even more for the last 15 seconds, bring the knee and then kick. Knee, kick, knee, kick. That's just for funsies. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo. Slow, deep breaths. Bring that heart rate back down. Feel free to use your fitness tracker if it monitors your heart rate. It's one of those times it can be useful. And then our next set, when you're ready to join me, is a squat with Oblique Crunch. Get really low and then squeeze through the entire side body to bring the elbow and knee towards each other. They may or may not reach. That part's not so important. What's important is that big squeeze through the side body. Woo, keep it going. Last 10. Three, 2, 1. Woo. Slow, deep breaths. Bring that heart rate back down. Find your way to the mat in a tabletop shape. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Tuck the toes. Rise the knees about 3 inches. Let them hover, and then everything stays exactly the same. Tailbone to neutral. Shoulders wide. Drop one knee down. Little hip dips. You're dropping one hip to the other, one knee. Tap, tap, tap. Get it quick. Now that you've got the form, get it quick, side to side. Side to side. It sounds so good in theory, doesn't it? And then my hips are like, no girl, not happening. Keep everything else the same, except for the hips, the core that's doing the work to move those knees down. Ooh. Last 10 seconds, come on. 3, 2, 1. Holy cow. Slow, deep breaths, bring that heart rate back down. And then join me when you're ready. The next one is a Tricep Dip Flow. We come from our tabletop, maintaining that neutral tailbone engaged core. Overshoot the hands, find tricep dip. Shift back to child's. For just a second, hips to heels, little dip at the top. Keeping elbows in close, core engaged. Let the heart lead. The heart is what's coming down towards your mat. Woo. "15 seconds here, come on. Do what you can. 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice work. Come on, long from fingers to toes on your belly. Find your your Superman shape, rather. Get as long as you can. Slow, deep recovery breaths. Join me when you're ready. It's a Superman to a reverse push-up. Superman squeeze, reverse push-up. Keep it controlled. Form is first. Speed is secondary. Whew. Last 15 seconds. Do what you can. Whew. 3, 2, 1. Nice work. Oh my goodness. Come on to your tabletop. Continue those recovery breaths. Bring the heart rate back down. And then when you're ready to join me, high plank shape. Whew. Find that high plank. It's opposite hand to opposite foot. Releasing the high plank, piking up into your down dog as you bring opposite hand to opposite foot for a big cross-body squeeze. Last 10 seconds here. Three, 2, 1. Nice work. Oh my goodness. Slow, controlled breaths to recover. Come on up to your feet. We'll jump into some jumping jacks when you are ready. Either traditional or a low impact jack if you'd prefer. Whichever you choose. That core is really tight. The shoulders stay away from your ears. And you're working really hard here for these last 20 seconds. Pick up the pace if you can. 10 seconds, come on. 3, 2, 1. Nice work. Whew. Slow recovery breaths. Let that heart rate come back down. When you're ready to join me, it's Pike Kicks again. And you can choose which variation. Is it a knee to extension, breaking it down, or do you prefer that long pike extension? It's just a little different, little variation. The arms do whatever's comfortable. What's important in either pike kick variation is that it's controlled. The leg is active as you rise it up. We're pulling from the abdominals. Whew. And try not to dump into the standing leg as you shift side to side. So my yogis in particular will kind of do this thing, like a lazy teenager. We dump into the hip. That's what it makes me think of, a lazy teenager. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice work. Whew. Slow, deep breaths. Let that heart rate come back down. And we're going to jump into the squat with oblique crunches next. Hands behind your head. Squat down nice and low. As you rise, big squeeze through the side body. Lower and squeeze. Do what you can. If this doesn't work for your body, that's okay. It's not right or wrong. There's no supposed to be's or should be's. None of that crap. Let it go. Instead, you do what works for you. So maybe you get that big oblique crunch, but maybe it's a little tiny crunch. Little baby one. That's okay. Those little baby moves are how we build up to the bigger moves. It's all about small steps. Whew. Last 10 seconds here. Thank goodness. I did legs yesterday. Pretty sad about it right now. 3, 2, 1. Whew. Slow that breath down. Let the heart rate come back down as we come back to the mat, to our tabletop shape. Find your tabletop either with wide fingers or on your fists to give the wrists a break. Neutral tailbone, tuck the toes, knees hover 3 inches. Hang out right here. Everything stays the same except for hip and knee drop down. Little tap of the knee, drop it right over to the other side. Little side to side tap. So you stay there. I'm going to turn my body so you can see another angle, hopefully. We stay in that really good bear crawl shape, with the exception of the knees dropping down, one at a time, little tap. What do we got here? Last 3, 2, 1. Whoo, slow, deep breaths. Bring the heart rate back down. We're hanging out on our tabletop to find that tricep dip flow. Whew. When you're ready, it's a shift over the hands, little dip at the top, hips to heels. Dip, hips to heels. So it's coming through our tabletop, finding that little tricep dip with elbows tucked in close. Leading with the heart in this little push-up on your knees variation. And then the hips come back towards heels in a child's pose variation. So we flow through the 2 shapes, keeping that core really tight as you go. Tailbone to neutral. Last 10 seconds here. Three, 2, 1. Oh boy. Stretch it out nice and long from fingers to toes. Find that Superman shape. Slow recovery breath. Let the heart rate come back down. And then when you're ready to join me, it's a squeeze and reverse push-up. Squeeze, reverse push-up. Maybe on your knees. Maybe it's a full push-up if that's available to you. With good form, take your reverse push-up. That's the trick, with good form. That's why I'm choosing to let that go for now. For some reason, my elbows are tight. So I'm gonna make sure I do Coach Steve's Mobility Monday segment from earlier. So I think he might have juiced me and given me tight elbows, and so now I need it. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice work. Whew. Slow recovery breaths. We have one more set, friends. It is that high plank to down dog toe tap. So when you're ready, find your high plank shape, and then using the abdominals and the obliques, we bring opposite hand to opposite foot. Big cross-body squeeze. And if this doesn't work for you, a good alternative is that V crunch that we take sometimes. We're on our back, it's opposite hand to opposite foot. It's just a little less demanding on the arms and the shoulders in that alternative shape. Or elbows in this case. Elbows are being weird today. Who knew we'd complain about our elbows one day, huh? So weird. Last 3, 2, 1. Woo. Find that breath. Slow it down. Let the heart rate start to come back down here. You want to take an opportunity to truly cool down after this. So what does that mean? Keep slowing down the heart rate by breathing long and slow. Make sure you hydrate plenty and stretch a little bit. Take a little bit of stretching, whether it's a yoga flow kind of stretch or just a few stretches hitting the muscles that we just worked out together. Make sure that you cool down and you stretch. That keeps you mobile and moving and pain-free as you leave the workout. If you'd like to check out my next class at 10:30, I'm talking about establishing your yoga practice. It's part 2 in a segment about starting a home practice or just going back to basics. So even if you have a home practice and you want to go back to the basics of what does that look like? come hang out and check it out. Till next time, friends, be safe, be kind, woo, choose to be well. I'm gonna go breathe and hydrate. Holy cow.